make me want what I don't want. You can't dangle something in front of my face that's I don't want that. And many of you are taking anything because you don't know what you want. And so if I can do one thing for you when you leave this room, I don't want nothing from you but for you to leave this room and know what you want.
You gotta know just what you want, because this life will give you just exactly what you don't. I remember working at McDonald's in the front. My manager was Wendy. She always put up a front. Hot and spicy's daily, eating Big Macs during lunch. $7.25 an hour on weekends, it was nothing. I remember thinking every day about giving up. Just a high school student making money to level up. Still showing up every weekend, I couldn't get enough. They even gave me overtime, so I would fall in love. Then Wendy said, I'll give you an extra 50 cents an hour. If you work hard enough, it will lead to a few dollars. This should be enough to even solve all of your problems. This should be enough for a high school student not in college. This should be enough. I know you're too young to have logic. She didn't realize that I was a young kid that had some knowledge. High school, 6 a.m. in the morning in math room, algebra, the only black kid up in the classroom, tutorials. Before school even started, it was natural. I'm born for this. How you finna tell me that this 50 cents is worth all this? I know I'm only 17, but this is just ridiculous. Headache coming in now, man. Jaja needs some Ritalin. That's when I made a decision to never be the little man. I cut off all my options. I would never be the middle man.
What do you want in your marriage? What do you want with your son and your daughter? What do you want in your health? What do you want financially? Like, how much money do you want to make a year? What do you want to drive? How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned into Jaja's Mic. It's a pleasure to have you. If this is your first time joining me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the bell. Daily motivation. You're a part of a community of some of the toughest leaders on the planet. It's about time that you joined us. Today I pulled over on the side of the road over here in Richmond, Texas, because I want to tell you about knowing what you want. This is on my heart. I'm very excited about this message because there is a very, very, very specific, meticulous reason and why you must know exactly what you want. I remember back in high school, my junior and senior year in Kempner High School, I knew that I wanted to make money. My father would give me $2 every Friday as an allowance growing up. So I learned how to manage my money, but $2 every Friday wasn't enough. And I know I sound spoiled because many people don't get allowances. But this is how my father allowed us to learn how to manage money. $2 every Friday wasn't enough. There's things that I wanted to buy. So something came over my spirit. I saw my second oldest sister, Joy, working very hard. And at the time, she was working at a Kroger's on Highway 6 in Sugar Land, Texas. And she became one of the floor managers. And she just kept going up in the ranks. And I remember one Christmas when she bought everybody, my brother Brian, my older sister Stephanie, me, Jaja, and she bought all of us these iPod. Well, which one was it? It was the iPod, the new one with the touch screen, the iTouch. Oh, when I tell you that iTouch, it did something to me that year. Because that was the first time one of my family members the children in the house were able to buy expensive Christmas gifts that everybody wanted. We all wanted the iTouch. We knew we weren't going to be able to afford it though. Now my sister Joy didn't have to go out of her way to get us those iPod touches. And that started my journey in wanting to make more money. But I want to connect this message by allowing you to understand that wanting to make more money is too broad. So in the midst of me wanting to make more money, I looked at all my options because I wasn't specific as to how I wanted to make more money. Ladies and gentlemen, is there something you want but you don't know how you're going to do it? This was my circumstance. I didn't know how I wanted to make the money, so I accepted any opportunity that came my way. I applied for job after job after job after job, and Lord behold, McDonald's on Highway 6 in Sugar Land, Texas. Manager named Wendy gave me the job. I was hyped. Woo! I'm an athlete in high school playing basketball and I'm making money. Let's go. You would think that because of the privilege and the opportunity that I had to make money now, I would be happy, I would be satisfied, and I would be content. But oh, that's when I really got a message from God. You see, God is going to give you what you want. He's going to give you everything you need. And if your prayer is too broad, you're going to get a broad answer. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't meticulously write that I wanted to make money a certain way. I just wanted to make money. Okay, McDonald's, that's a job. You should be happy, Jaja. You wanted money, Jaja, you should be happy. Ladies and gentlemen, I was miserable. I said, God, Lord, I know I asked for money, but it can't be this difficult to make $7.25 an hour. $7.25 an hour, I can't. It shouldn't be this difficult. I shouldn't have to deal with all these people. I shouldn't have to struggle like this just to make this money. God, I said I wanted money, but oh, God, you gave me what I wanted. My bad. Let me ask you a question. Have you been complaining? Right? Have you been complaining without realizing that God gave you the answer to your broad question? Like you made the most generic prayer to God, right? You made the most generic prayer to God, and it gets answered. And you mad because of the results. And I want to tell you the story because I wasn't speaking to God very specifically. I wasn't very meticulous and detailed about the things that I can have. I didn't truly know what God can do for my life in high school at 17, 18 years old. I didn't know. But he gave me everything I ever wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you. Know exactly what it is that you want. Make it detailed. You gotta define it. Like my life is different now, and I want you to use this as an example, right? Whether you want to make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, right? Like I want to inspire the globe. I want to be running a multi-billion-dollar inspirational brand that eradicates depression, right? Like that eliminates suicide. I understand how I want to make my income now. It's very specific, it's detailed, it's meticulous. So I'm going to have to struggle to get there. But I know what it looks like. It doesn't look like me working at McDonald's. It doesn't look like me calling in sick and telling Wendy, my manager, hey, yo, I can't make it in today because I don't feel like working. Ladies and gentlemen, when I get up every day, I feel like doing what I'm doing right now. Every time I get paid to do photography or I get paid to do a shoot, I get to help motivate and inspire individuals to go towards their calling. Like, it's very detailed now. And I want you to understand, to know what you want. What do you want out of life right now? What do you want out of your career, out of your relationship? You got to write these things down. You got to pray to God like, God, this is what I want. This is how I want to do it. Lord, I know it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It's going to be a little struggle, but this is how I want to do it, God. But if you make a broad prayer and you don't know the details of the thing that you're trying to accomplish, you will get results that you don't feel 100% sure of. I want you today, after this video, to know what you want. So my leadership challenge for you today. It's my leadership challenge. I want you to take out a pen. I want you to get a paper. And I want you to take one aspect of your life today. And I want you to get detailed. What is it that you want? And since I use an example of money, I'm going to keep the theme. How much money do you want to actually make? And how do you want to go about making that money? Be very specific and detailed. Do you want it to just be doing whatever? Do you want it to be in an endeavor that helps and impacts other lives? Like, how do you want to go about your career? Don't just pray for another job opportunity so that you can quit that same job in the next 3 to 6 months. Stop doing that to yourself. Be very, very specific. And if you start writing those things down that you want, ask God, our Lord, our Maker, right? For me, it's Jesus. Ask Him what it is that you want and allow Him to show you what it is that's actually in your heart. Be very meticulous. And if you do that, I'm a firm believer, my leader, I'm talking to you right now. I'm a firm believer that your life will be changed. We out.